Hey y'all, happy Lionsgate. I just wanted to pop on, had a little bit of inspiration. This is kind of funny. So I just finished making breakfast. This is really cute, delicious meal. Super colorful. And so I was just thinking about how yesterday, I was celebrating my birthday and my grandma's birthday together. I'm like about to cut this thing of chocolate for a cake, and I actually cut my finger, right? But lately, every time I get like something happening with my skin or body, I'm like, let me look into like any symbolism or like subconscious stuff, right? If this were true, let's see if it would resonate, right? Okay, let me just show you. This is what my finger looks like with the bandage that I ended up having to go to urgent care for that. But it was funny in the moment. I didn't let anything happen. I was like, nope, pinch, wrap, done. I want my cake. I'm going to blow out my candles and then deal with this later. Okay. I go to the park and I end up seeing, oh, this is what happened. Here's some suggestions on what might be going on if you get a cut on your index finger or your pointer finger. All right, so pointer finger, right? And see this thing? All right, so first off, before even looking up anything, I was just thinking immediately, I'm like, wow, this is usually like the finger you would put towards directing something. Like, hey, I want that. I want it there. Let me do this, right? And throughout the week, I had been feeling all these things about like old anxieties and conflicts around being able to direct my own life and speak out what I want to create to other people and ask, hey, are you available to help me create this? Or, even just being able to decide, I'm going to do this, right? I am going to create this week, no matter what turns up, right? And feeling super disempowered because external circumstances were seeming to be chaotic, slow, melting. It was like my body had forgotten that it creates its own energy, right? So, okay, first off, Jupiter finger, right? This is connected to anything around luck, creation, manifestation, ability to call into the world, right? I go and read a little bit about it, and it's just like the first thing, especially being on the right hand, the yang hand, it's like, yeah, you're feeling powerless or feeling a lack of ability to step into leadership. So what does that mean, right? Like, what can that mean for all of us in that kind of space, right? If you're resonating with this. I was reading about that, right? And, it took me a while to even get into the space of like, all right, I should absolutely 100% go to urgent care. I called my partner. He's like, you never know, just get it done. And even just like the hesitation kind of felt like it mirrored this like, oh, I don't know kind of energy, even though everything in my body knew what I needed. And eventually I kind of just snapped out of it, right? I'm like, all right, let me take my tush to urgent care, go take care of the things, right? It was like one of the fastest experiences I've ever had, right? So the guys in there were super nice, like really chill, took care of it. I even had like this, I don't know, whatever it was. All the colors that were involved were like lavender and purple, like that were going on my finger. I'm like, wow, okay. I notice these things. I'm an artist, okay? Like, I pay attention to colors. And then afterwards, I just feel myself like going into like my let's make things funny to like cope sort of thing. I'm on FaceTime with my partner, and I'm like, look, my finger looks like a cloud. And I'm playing around. I'm like, oh my God. Also realizing it felt like it felt for so long like my ability to literally just be like, I want that, let's go this way, felt small. So then my finger's like, hey, just remember, like, this is not small. If you can't see it, well, now you can. So there's this thing with pointing something out or being able to direct, right? That is connected with creative authority, right? What does that mean, creative authority? It means being able to direct your life, to be able to ask for what you want and actually follow through on what you want to create, what you say you want to create. And it's going beyond just being like, oh, I want to manifest this. It is saying that I'm going to make the first steps of whatever it is, take the leap of faith of whatever it is, and yes, if something comes through from the universe, because it pretty much always does, to support this vision of whatever it is that I'm creating, even if it's just a meal or a desire to meet up with a friend, it is taking that initiative and saying, I am changing this. You know, if you don't like a situation, walk out. You know, or another option is, if you don't like a situation, say something. You know, if you don't like a situation, maybe you take a breath, right? There's many different ways of alchemizing and changing your situations or changing yourself within a situation. So, yeah, that's creative authority and Exhibit A.